Greetings and salutations, Charlton66 here once again with another with another video. Hope everyone's doing well as always. Hope everyone is getting out as best they can with what's going on. I know there are some conventions here locally that have been opened up. We got one tomorrow, which I'm very excited about going to. I missed the last two. I know Long Box Love Affair and Rack 718, they were there. They did videos on their haul and pickups from that show and about the show. So check out their channels. I'm going to be going tomorrow, so I'm sure I'll do another video about what is going on there at the show. Been watching videos. I never want to be negative. I never want to come on here. There's never enough negativity in the world. I don't want to add to it, but there's one thing that's really been bugging me. It's the speculation. I know it's come up on other videos, other YouTubers talking about it, either discussing their distaste for it or part of it or whatever it's going on. I mean, to each their own. But I guess what bugs me, there was a guy, I forgot who the Instagrammer was. I can't attribute this quote to him or her. But they said on Instagram, if your comic books were worth cover price or less, would you still collect with the same passion? And there's a lot of people out there wouldn't. It's all about the dollar value. It's all about the bragging rights. We all have a little bit of bragging rights. I mean, we like talking about the books we have. It's really cool to have this book, but it's a different offshoot of bragging rights. It's almost look what I have, but you don't, or I've got this book. It's going to be a $50 book when it just came out yesterday, and it just bugs the hell out of me. I'm sorry, I got to say it. People may not like it, but I don't think a lot of people would still collect with the passion that they had if they knew the comic book would be worth cover price or less. And that, to me, that's a great gauge on really, as a collector, what do you collect, why do you collect, and what's the end game. If your end game is to make the money, it's to make money. I get it, but there's to a point where I don't know how it can be fun. To me, it'd be a lot of trouble to keep up with variant covers. It's to a point where I saw, I don't want to give out the person on Instagram, but they sold, in previews, that you get the regular previews and then you get the Marvel. I have something like it here to show you. And you've got like this Marvel insert, but not an insert, but it's the special Marvel previews of just the Marvel stuff. Well, it was an ad for a Spider-Man character or Spider-Man book or whatever, but it was the ad that was in the book or on the cover. And if no one's ever seen any of these before, let me try and put my drink down here. It's just ads. It's all that it is. It's just. You get it free with previews. You buy previews, you get this free, and it's just ads. And it was several $100s. A CGC, which CGC to me is part of the problem, but that's a whole different ball game. Again, I don't want this to. I hate to be negative. But it's really bugging me. But why would something like this be several $100s? It's a throwaway ad book. It's $700. Buy something. In my opinion, if you want it to be worth something, it's not going to be worth something 10 years from now. No one's going to care. But there's books out there from the Silver Age and Golden Age. Again, to each your own with your money. You want to blow it on that, that's fine. But I know there's Silver Age, Golden Age books out there for a few $100 that you have your money and then some. Again, it's just an ad book. I'm using mine right now for a kosher for my drink. It means nothing other than showing you what Marvel has brought out. So that's my rant. The speculation is going crazy on Instagram and YouTube. I know there's people out there who feel the same. It's just one of those things. It's part of any collectible, but I've never seen it this bad with comic books. I mean, when I first started collecting, even now, I don't worry about what something is worth. It's never in the realm of my mind. I mean, I paid money for books, and I obviously, if I paid $500 for a book or $1,000 for a book, I don't want it to be like, oh, it's worth $5. But if it happens, it happens. I've got the book. I've got it for what I wanted it for. The art, the characters, part of my collection, part of my Charlton collection, part of my Emmy collection. That's what I'm going after. Not because, oh, if I buy this book for $1,000 next year, it's going to be worth $3,000. It's never in the realm of my of possibilities in my mind. I don't care. But it's one of these things that speculation is just running rampant, and people do talk about it, and it's not something that's favorable. And if people pay the money, you want to pay the money. I just don't understand. Are you not doing research? Are you not? What is the end game? What is a variant cover that just came out for $300? What is the end game for that book? You can buy this. It's not that good of a story because most comic books are really not that good, and some of the variant covers of what's coming out, if you really wanted the story and the artwork, you buy the comic book with the regular cover or whatever. But spending $700 on a variant cover, what's the end game? Is it something you're gonna like 5 years from now, like, oh my god, this is so great, I have this in my collection? No, it's gonna be the next flash in the pan, the next the next one hit wonder, and you're ever going to be paying those prices for it. When if you really want to invest in it to make money, or to have something that's collectible, there's other ways to spend your money, in my opinion. I don't. It's just me. Again, I hate this rant because there's no feedback here. I'm just saying what I want to say, and I'm 7 minutes into this. And I haven't even showed one comic book yet. My apologies. But let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, if I'm speaking out of the side of my ass, whatever it may be. I mean, I've been doing this long enough to know what's what, and the speculation is just out of hand. And there's people out there who will show a comic book and go, oh, this looks like a book might be a Netflix movie, or this might be a book that might be on an Amazon movie. It reads like an Amazon movie or a Netflix movie. Why would you do that? Why would you say something like that? It's a comic book. Who cares if there's a movie? If you like the comic book, you like the comic book. You don't like it more because there's a movie, or vice versa. The movie's out and all of a sudden everybody likes a certain character. All of a sudden this character is popular. If you liked the character initially, it should have been valuable to you prior to any movie or anything that's coming out that's been announced. But now all of a sudden, because there's speculation, oh, everyone likes this character all of a sudden, and it just bugs me. Anyway, off on that. Again, put stuff in the comments if you disagree with me, if you think I'm an idiot, or you think I'm on par. I don't know, but put in the comments. Let me know. We'll have a discussion. I can't talk to anyone. Obviously, it's not live, and some of you may find me just irritated and irritable old man talking about the way combos used to be. I don't know, but onward to better things. Simon Comics, who has a YouTube channel and Instagram under Simon Comics, has released limited edition prints of Joe Simon's work, which that's his grandfather, and he was able to work with Marvel or whoever he needed to work with. I surmise he had to work with them to get these prints done and sell them. But for $50, you get 5 prints that's signed by him, signed by Simon's Comics, because he's, like I said, Joe Simon's grandson. But these prints are really good. I just got them in the mail the other day. High quality. You can hear that. High quality paper. Captain America #1. Of course, everyone has seen this. Again, it's signed and number at the bottom. This is 28 out of 50. USA #1, which is very cool. Classic Golden Age stuff. These will look great framed. I can't wait to get these framed. This is really nice too. The Champ Comics. What number is number 20? And Stuntman, which is phenomenal. I think it's the first issue that's got one of the most craziest splash pages you ever see. Stuntman. This is number 3. I'm sorry, number 3. But one of the issues of Stuntman, I believe it's #1, has got just a crazy 2-page spread. Probably like 30 people is on that splash page. Here's a nice one, Captain America #3. Joe Simon, Jack Kirby goodness. Again, he reached out to me on Instagram. Wondered if I was interested in that. Set. Obviously, I was. I'm not disappointed. He's doing recreations now, so reach out to him again, Simon Comics, on Instagram and or YouTube, and talk to him about getting that. I really don't have a haul other than newer books, and people have asked through comments and conversations I've had with fellow YouTubers and folks who subscribed to my channel. What do I read monthly? I do read monthly books. I just don't stick to the older stuff. I don't. Again, I'm not after the splash, the flash in the pan, the one-hit wonders. I could care less. It's usually not as good as the hype. But anyway, not that what I read is great stuff, but it's good. And I recommend it. I know Firepower is pretty popular right now, and I love that comic. The Prelude, Volume 1, which is a trade paperback. Robert Kirkman and Chris Samnee. Chris Samnee is why I went after this. I bought the first issue, and first 2 issues. My comic book store was like, "Hey, there's a Prelude trade paperback, which is right here. Just phenomenal stuff. Great story. Artwork is phenomenal. The coloring, Matt Wilson, I think, is a colorist. Excuse me. Yeah, Matt Wilson's done an awesome job with coloring, but Chris Samnee's work is just phenomenal in this. And along with that was Firepower's 1 and 2, Firepower 1 and 2, Firepower 1, Firepower 2, which is very cool. It's one of those things where I don't want to give anything away, but it's hard for me to do a review of a comic book. I guess I give something away. It's a story where he gets a family involved with him. He has a family after he does his thing, and they already know his backstory. So we're not spent time of him trying to explain to his wife and kids, oh, well, I was this and I did this because of this. I live in this mountain and I work with these other people and the scorched earth, blah, 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 blah. Nothing had to happen. It's already been explained, which is great. So, again, I recommend Firepower. Phenomenal book. Next book I'm going to talk about is thank you to CP Reader Damien, who turned me on to these books through his vlog and his comic book countdown, which is, I don't know why I missed this. Being a big Doc Savage fan, a Pulp fan, old radio shows, all that kind of stuff, things of a bygone era, I missed this phenomenal book, which is Adventure Man. Very, very good. It's if you're into Doc Savage, pulps, steampunk, things of yesteryear, you're gonna like Adventure Man. Very cool book. It's written by Matt Fraction, Dodson and Dodson. They do the work. The only thing I have to say about that book is the art. The art is so good that it's hard to plug it into the story. It's very polished, very 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 good. Um, it's hard. It's tough to put it with the story because it's so, to me it's so much more of a grittier artwork. But again, I've only read issue one. Again, because speculators that I assume I can't find issue two, but I had to order three, which is right here, and four from Midtown. Can't find two yet. My store doesn't have two. Midtown didn't have number two. I wonder why. Number two, everyone knows number two has a lesser printings than number one. So go figure. Again, that's my speculation that what happened with number two. But I'm dying to read this book. I got three and four here just burning to be read. But Adventure Man is so good. There's so much going on in the first issue, and for $3.99 you get a lot of bang for your buck for $3.99. So I highly recommend Adventure Man. I saw in the last previews the trade paperbacks coming out next month or the month after. So another very cool book, thanks to Damien. Sleepy Reader 666 is the Kill Lock. A very nice book. If you're really into sci-fi, you'll dig this book. It's about a sentient robots as a group together are for crimes that we do not know yet. We only hint to the crimes that they've committed, are put off in this off-world, and they have to stay together, or they're going to kill lock will kill them. If one does something to themselves, they are going to die. These robots. So they're together. They commandeer the ship at the end of the issue, and they're going off to figure out how they can get free of this kill lock, and I'm sure the adventures will ensue with these robots. It's very well drawn. Let's see. Story art by Livio Ramondelli. It's the robots. They gotta stay in disguise. If not, Ravengers will try and take parts of them and want to kill them. But it's a very good comic book. It's by IDW. Issue 1 for Killock. Hopefully number 2 hasn't come out yet, because if I don't get it now, I guess I'll miss it. Anyway, we'll see what happens with number 2. Another book, thanks to Damien, is The Plunge, by Joe Hill, Black Label from DC. Him and his Hill House comic books. Joe Hill, Stern Emmerman, and Dave Stewart. Again, the number 2 and 3, I believe. Was this number 3? No, I have 3. So I had to get Midtown didn't have 2. My shop that I go to, my LCS, didn't have number 2 either. But it's about they get the signal from this derelict ship called the Derlith, which I think is kind of cool. I think it's homage to August Derlith, who was H.P. Lovecraft historian and writer after the death of H.P. Lovecraft. But they get the signal from this ship from 1983, and they're receiving the signal now. So they're gearing up to go after the ship to go figure out what's going on. So again, I'm missing 2. I was able to get 3 from my store, which I can't read yet. Well, I can read it, I just don't want to. Number 4 from Midtown of The Plunge. And number 5 that I got from my store. But again, alas, no number 2. Like I said, I wonder why. And I read Captain America, which is decent enough. Nothing to write home about. I love the character, so I continue to read the book. I still enjoy that. Of course, Daredevil is a must-read for me. And I know for some other people, still digging Daredevil. Strange Adventures number 4. I know I'm behind on this. I've not picked up the most recent one yet, but my man, Mr. Terrific. I've not read this issue yet. Like I said, I'm behind on it. But Mr. Terrific is the bee's knees. And JLA number 50. I know I'm missing the Justice League. I know I'm missing a couple of issues. I think they're up to 52. I can't remember. I've not read this yet though. That's what I wanted to go over. I know I'm over 20 minutes, and that's a little bit too long, but I'll leave it here. Again, I didn't want to be negative at the beginning. I just had to get that off my chest, see what other people thought, see if I'm off base, if I'm talking out the side of my ass, what's going on. But please, leave comments, do whatever you need to do, have a discussion. I know other people have thoughts on this as well. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. But again, that's me, my old head, thinking about how the new heads think is giving me a headache. Anyway, you guys take care. Like I said, I got a show tomorrow, so I'll be there, and hopefully I'll do a video when I get back from that show and see what I picked up. And you guys take care. And I'll be discussing this with folks at the show tomorrow too, I'm sure, about the speculation. All right, guys, take care, and I'll talk at you later. Thanks for viewing and subscribing. Please comment. Let me know what's going on and your thoughts about this. Thanks a lot.